If you can't tell, as of right now, the car is up on jet stands and the wheels are off. That is because if you look under here, we have a Z32 limited slip differential with the J30 5-bolt axles, and that guy is coming out of there because that diff is not locked up good enough, and I want to go drifting. So we're pulling that out of here. I have the welded sitting right here that originally came in this car that I pulled out and swapped this in there. We'll have a welded diff in there. Here are my old 6-bolt axles that'll be going back in, and we'll be good to go drifting then. And on top of that, while we're in here, I'm going to trade this S14 open differential for my buddy's 5-lug S14 wheels. So this car will be 5-lug with a welded diff, and we will be ready to go drifting and drag racing with the new welded diff. Before we tear this completely apart though, I do want to go down to AutoZone and grab some diff fluid just to make sure we have everything we need. We're gonna go buy some 80 weight 90. $80 later, we got 2 bottles of ADW90 from Valvoline. We've got some free scraper that the guy at AutoZone gave me because I'm down there all the time, so thank you for that. Cotter pins because I'm missing them on the axle nuts, and some black RTV. Alright, so we're airing up the tires now, then we're going to go ahead and bleed the cooling system, and we're going to go on a test drive to make sure everything's working properly before we take this car drag racing tomorrow. So we took this car up there, and we had some issues that we will be working out. But we took it up drag racing yesterday, and we kept having this issue in between runs. It would overheat, but not while I was drag racing. It would overheat coming back down return road, and then we got it back over here, and there's a massive air bubble in it. At this point, we're like, okay, what's going on here? And we kept bleeding it. And we took off the radiator cap while we were trying to bleed it, and it's just pouring coolant out of there. It's bubbling out and everything. Now our overflow is actually empty. It was full whenever I left the racetrack. So that's telling me it's probably burning the water that was in there. So here's my first pass, and I'll just go ahead and let that speak for itself. waste of a run that I really could use with the issues I was having. Much better. I hit all the gears, but on the launch, I still didn't get a good 60 foot. I still don't really know how to launch the car, which really hurt my time. And I ended up with a 1627 on this pass. Obviously, by far the best one. I still launched it way too hard. I think I was at like 6,500 RPM, and I really should have been somewhere around 5,000 RPM when I was launching it. So I still fried the clutch off the line, hit all the gears, got to like halfway through fourth gear, which is much better than the other ones, and I ended up with a 16.0 at 86 miles an hour. By far the best time, and this is where I had to cut it off because my head gasket is blown, and I had to limp the car home. Despite the issues, the car still overall survived the trip. I drove all the way there, raced 3 passes, and then returned home, which I am pretty proud of, regardless of the head gasket issue I had. The whole ride home, the tempo would go up, and then it would come back down whenever you get high in the RPM. So I just tried to be easy on the way home and get it home without any huge overheating issues, and it made it home. With the car safely back at home, we are going to be pulling this engine out of here Monday. I'm bringing the engine home. The engine hoist home this weekend, and then this engine will come out. It'll be getting head gasket and ARP head studs for sure to get ready for the boost, and we're going to take a look at the bottom end too and possibly do pistons and rods and bearings and everything just to make sure this engine is completely stout and ready for the turbo to come in so we can actually make some good power. I am staying K. I'm excited for it, so I hope you guys are too. And the next video you'll see will be this engine coming out of here. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that was my first time racing. I had a lot of fun. So I'll see you Monday. Peace.